Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be comparing a 2021 Ford F-150 Platinum to a 2021 Chevy 1500 LTZ. But first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo and then the Chevy here in Provo for giving me some time with both the trucks. Check out their inventories in the link below. Let's get straight into the video. Go into the hoods of both the trucks. Starting over here with the 2021 Platinum, we have a twin turbo 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 400 horsepower and then 500 pound-feet of torque. And then coming over here to the Chevy, we have a naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission as well. Fuel economy is 16 around town and then 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. Let's go over the front end of both of the trucks. Starting over here with the F-150 Platinum, you guys can see that you've got the signature Ford hood. They kind of changed it a little bit, but especially this line right here, super similar to the last generation. And then you guys can see you've got full LED lights here with the Ford. You got the accent light that continues all the way through, and then you do have a little fog light just down below. Parking sensors all along the front with the tow hooks at the front as well, and then you have the air dam just down below. And then notice that you've got these little rectangles here in the front with the grille, and then you've got that camera just below the Ford logo as well. And then heading over to the Chevy, you can see you've got Chevy's signature hood. You've got the 6.2L badge there at the top, and again, full LED lights. These are reflector lights, whereas the Ford has the projector bulbs for the lights themselves. Parking sensors all on the front. You've got the fog lights, tow hooks just down below as well, and then a camera just below the Chevy logo. But there's the front end of the Chevy, and there's the front end of the Ford. Let's go over the tire and wheel setup on both of the trucks. So going over to the Chevy, we've got 275mm tires wrapped around 20-inch wheels. And then over on the Ford, 275mm tires wrapped around 20-inch wheels. And then you guys notice even the design on the wheels is pretty similar between both the trucks, which is pretty funny. And then you guys can see the suspension here at the front of the Chevy, or at least what we can see of it. And then we've got everything happening over here on the Ford as well. And then over here on the side of the Ford, you've got the F-150 Platinum badge right there with the venting, which just looks really cool. Z71 badge over here on the Chevy. And then notice with the mirrors, you got the chrome on the top with the blacked out portion on the bottom, whereas the Ford pretty much all chrome with the mirror. And then chrome door handles on both the trucks. But let's head to the rear. Now let's go over things in the beds of both the trucks. Starting over here with the Chevy, you guys can see that the Chevy has a bed liner from the factory. So you've got the plastic covering here, and then you've got a liner for the rest of the truck. Power outlet here in the back, and then you've got the LED bed light here for the rest of the truck. Nothing too crazy happening back here. Payload capacity is about 1,700 pounds with the Chevy. Coming over here to the Ford, you got this cool little like measuring table here with the cover here on the bottom, and then the Ford does have the little bed step here that you can pull out. Watch my Platinum review if you guys want to see like the whole setup with that little bed step thing. And then you guys can see LED bed lights here, and then you got a full power outlet at the bottom. And then if you're wondering, payload capacity with the Ford is about 1,500 pounds. And then obviously this has that cool trick tailgate, which you can raise. Basically all you have to do is just press the button again, and then the tailgate will raise. Really easy system to use, and it just never glitches out. Over the rears of both the trucks. Starting over here with the Chevy, you've got the Chevrolet logo there at the back with the rest of the chrome badging here. You've got the squished exhaust tips with the parking sensors all along the back, and then you do have the little bed steps here with the Chevy. LED lights here, which again, these are like the signature Chevy lights. You got the receiver hitch down below. Towing capacity is about 9,200 pounds with the Chevy. Popping over to the Ford, the lights actually pop on when you approach the truck, which is pretty cool. You've got the giant Platinum logo here on the back. Parking sensors all along the back as well, and then the exhaust tip is just out there on the side. Towing capacity is about 9,700 pounds with the Ford, but that's the back of the Ford, and that's the back of the Chevy. Now let's go over the backs of both of the trucks. So starting over here with the Chevy, you guys can see we've got soft touch all along the door panel here with the wood trim just down below, and then you have the tubular door handle. And then here are the seats in the back. So you've got all the soft touch back here with all the perforations all throughout, and then you guys can see that there's some storage space just behind. And then picking this up, you guys can see there's some more storage space just underneath. And then you do have a flat loading floor here in the Chevy. Heated seats here in the back with a couple USBs and a 12 volt, some cup holders up top. And then this pulls down to be some more cup holders as well with the Chevy. But that's everything for the back of the Chevy. So, see ya. Coming over to the Ford, you guys can see really nice soft touch over the whole door panel with the suede insert right there. And then you guys can see the seats here. Got the platinum seats. They're really soft to the touch in general. I love just all of like the suede inserts on them, the stitching all throughout. Just looks really nice. Couple cup holders. You can see heated seats here in the back, charging stations, all that kind of stuff's the same. Still get storage underneath the seat, all of that. Nothing's changed there. And see ya. Go over the door panel here at the front of the Chevy. So again, you've got all of the soft touch all throughout with the wood trim. Got all of your window controls right here, the tubular door handle with the memory seat function, and then the speaker for the Bose sound system. And then you guys can see the seats here at the front. Again, soft touch perforations all throughout with the seat. And again, pretty nice on these sides. Got your adjustments on the side of the seat, the Z71 floor mats, pedal adjustment, or sorry, the pedals right there. And then you got your parking brake right here, light controls, and then you can see you've got your fog lights and your cargo light. You got your drive line select, so you got your auto, your 2-wheel high, your 4-wheel high, your 4-wheel low, and then you got the trailer tow mode to one side, the drive mode to the other side. And there's one more look before we pop in the Chevy. Here's the steering wheel with the Chevy. You've got soft touch all around the steering wheel itself. You got darker stitching, and then you can see you've got the voice command phone controls. These are the controls for the center stack. There are radio controls on the back of the steering wheel, and then you can see you've got your collision assistance over here, your heated steering wheel button, which will pop it on because it's really cold outside. Cruise control as well, and then you have the stock for the windshield wipers, also the turn signal as well. This does come with a column shifter, and you can select the gears yourself with the plus and minus button here with the Chevy. Pretty easy to use. And then coming here to the center, you've got analog gauges for the most part. You do have that little digital screen there in the center. You can scroll through a couple different menus. You've got the home screen, the information tab, music tab, navigation, phone controls, and then the settings as well. Pretty easy to use, pretty normal setup, nothing too crazy. And then coming over to the infotainment system with the Chevy, response time on this screen is really good. You guys can see it responds really well. You do have a really cool camera system on the Chevy, so you got the bird's eye view, but there is literally a million viewpoints out of the truck. It's really easy to see everything out of the truck. You can see the wheels even as well. And this does have a cargo camera, which you can zoom in with that, and then you can zoom in with the receiver hitch as well. So just overall, really good camera system. But yeah, for the rest of the infotainment system, it's just a good infotainment system. You guys know I really like this. I feel like it's a good size, and the response time is just so solid. And then just down below, we've got our analog controls for the infotainment system. Analog climate controls. It is a dual zone climate. And then you've got heated and ventilated seats here in the Chevy. This is your hill descent control. You've got this for the power outlet, stability control, hazard lights. This is for the tailgate drop down. You got your auto stop start. This for the parking sensors. And then you've got your lane departure assistance right next to it. Trailer brake controls. You've got a bunch of little areas where you can charge devices, and then a full power outlet as well. Wireless phone charging here in the Chevy, and then we've got a couple cup holders right here, and then you've got the center console, which you guys can see again, storage space is pretty good. You got some USBs in there and an auxiliary. And then coming over here, we've got the dual glove box, which nothing too crazy there. Soft touch all around the glove box. And then popping up, this does come with the camera mirror, so pretty cool with that. So basically there's just a camera on the cargo light that gives you a view out the back, which makes visibility a little bit better. And then as for the rest of the top, we do have a power rear sliding window here in the Chevy, and then we do have universal garage door openers up top. And let's quickly head to the Ford. Now here's the front door panel with the Ford. So again, we've got all the soft touch all along the door panel with the suede insert, and then you got more of the soft touch at the top with the really nice wood trim. All of your window controls right here. You've got your memory seat controls right next to it, and then you've got the speaker for the sound system. You've got the Platinum logo just down below, and then here are the seats at the front of the Platinum. So really nice in terms of the look of the seats, and then they're just really soft to the touch as well. So hopefully you guys can see just how soft these are. I'd recommend sitting on these in person. They're just super comfortable. And then you got the pedal layout just down below at the bottom, and then you've got the power adjustments for the pedal. You've got your parking brake right here. You've got your little light control right next to it. These are the mirror lights, and then that's for the tailgate. The steering wheel is automatically adjustable, and there's one more look before we pop in. So we've got our steering wheel here with the Ford. You guys can see that you've got the controls for the menu. You've got your phone control and then your radio station changing control right there. Platinum logo just down below. And then you got your volume controls over here, your controls for the adaptive cruise control and the lane keep assist as well. And then you guys can see the light stock right there. Overall, I really like the look of the steering wheel. I love the contrasted stitching as well. And then you guys can see you've got the center screen right here. It's a full digital readout. You got that little menu button, which you can scroll through a couple different menus with the truck. Super easy to use. I just love the modern look to it in general. And then the Ford does come with a bunch of different drive modes. So you guys can see you've got your normal. Over on this side, you got the slippery, deep snow and sand, mud and ruts, and then you've got your rock crawl mode. And then on the other side, you've got your tow haul mode, you've got your eco mode, and then you've got your sport mode as well. And then it kind of changes the look with the gauge cluster, or that whole setup in general. Just looks really cool, and I just love how it shows like a truck doing all the different things that it says for the drive modes. I think it's just a really neat little party trick. And then coming over here, we've got the center infotainment system. So first off, this is what pops up when you pop it into reverse. You got the backup camera with the bird's eye view. And by the way, if you press that little plus button right there in the center, then you can basically zoom in on different parts of the bird's eye view with the truck itself. And then if we press the camera system button, you guys can see that same thing pops up, but you've got a bunch of different views out of the truck. Pretty straightforward, really easy to use. You do have a cargo camera in the Ford as well. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system itself, response time is really good. I feel like the Chevy's just a hair quicker, but they're both really responsive, just like iPads. The Ford does come with massaging seats, which is definitely a neat little feature with the truck. And then on the features tab, which is pretty cool, you can have the running boards where they pop out when you walk up to the truck, which, I don't know, I just think that's a cool feature. I know it's gimmicky, but I think it's a cool feature. Just up above the infotainment system, we've got our auto stop start camera button. That's your parking assistance, hazard lights, stability control, hill descent control. This is the trailer backup system. We've got our trailer brakes integrated just down below. We've got our drive line select, so you got your 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel low. Your drive mode is to either side, and then you push in for the locker. Analog controls for the radio just next to it. And then we've got our analog climate controls as well with the Ford. This does have heated and cooled seats and a heated steering wheel, which I love how they have physical buttons for it. And then we've got this little storage space right here. You guys can see you've got the wireless phone charger, a couple of USBs, and that little area as well. Really nice trim on the outside. You got Ford's new trick shifter, which you press that button and it folds the shifter down. Pretty cool. You can just like hide it away. I love how notchy the shifter feels. It feels really good, like putting it into gears. It feels like you're doing something substantial, and it just has nice leather on the outside. Couple of cup holders. We've got the center console, which does the little folding thing, which is definitely pretty cool. Platinum logo at the top. And then opening it up, you guys can see tons of storage space within the console as well. Dual glove box, which again, really good on the storage space with that. I love the look on the outside of the glove box. Soft touch all over the entire dash. And then finishing things up top, you guys can see that we have a power sliding window just like in the Chevy. Sunglass holder as well. And full panoramic sunroof with the Ford. So from a luxury perspective, super solid. Now let's quickly go over pricing on both of the trucks. So the Ford F-150 Platinum stickers for about $71,000, and then the Chevy 1500 LTZ stickers for about $61,000. So there's about a $10,000 price difference between both of the trucks. Normally this is where I pick a winner for today's video, but I really just feel like these trucks aren't super comparable just because of the price point difference. It would have been better if I had a Chevy 1500 High Country to compare against the Platinum, but beggars can't be choosers. This is the only truck that I have access to for today, but at least you guys got to see like the technology difference between the trucks and the engine differences and all that stuff. So hopefully this just kind of served as like an overall comparison video. I'm not going to pick a winner for today's video because again, I feel like the trucks aren't super comparable, but I want you guys still to comment down below if you'd rather have the Ford or the Chevy and why. That's going to sum things up with our comparison video between this 2021 Ford F-150 Platinum to this 2021 Chevy 1500 LTZ. And again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo, and then the Chevy here in Provo for giving me some time with both the trucks. Check out both of their inventories in the link below. I will see all of you in that next video.